Welcome to Mindset Talks Podcast. It's your girls, Cassie,
and Amanda.
and we are here to share our mindsets.
Elevate yours and have some fun while achieving better versions of ourselves.
Hey, my girl, Amanda. How are you today?
Yes.
Probably should
Girl.
slam the desk.
I'm pretty good. It's always nice to have a little check-in. How you been?
I am good today, oddly enough. And I don't know if it's the wine or just one of those days.
Someone's real chipper this evening.
I am, and I can't help it. And you know what? When you're feeling this way, you just gotta like ride the wave and just enjoy it for what it is. Because I guarantee it's not gonna last very long.
That's okay. But you better take it. That's right. Take it while you got it. I'll take it while it's here. I could use a little of your energy.
Good. Let me rub it off on you over here.
Rub, scrub a dub. Yes. Anyways, so
Great.
we are nearing the end of the year. I think that
Crazy.
I know, for one, I really can't believe that we're already about done with 2021.
Sure are. Thankfully.
It just started. It was so a lot in 2021. And everything just trickled from 2020 into 2021. It just feels like exhaustion never leaves.
No, I've just been so checked out. I think I was just so like overstimulated in 2020, and so 2021, I've been so checked out. It's like,
yeah,
it's great.
I believe it. So, we have 2022 approaching, and it's just another opportunity we can take to think about how we want the year to go ahead of us, even though we know there's COVID and deltas and whatever going on that may not allow us to have everything to go according to plan. But I still like New Year's because it's always the thought of a fresh start and to be able to leave certain things in the past. I don't know. I feel oddly excited for New Year's. I know New Year's last year, I actually did a little seafood boil for myself.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, girl. I stayed home. I had steamed some lobster and some steamers and just sat here and turned the TV towards the table.
That sounds like a good time.
And I just straight indulged in my favorite cuisine, seafood. So I literally, I don't know, I'm a firm believer in starting the year off and how I want it to go and just starting the year off on a positive note. So I just like to find something I enjoy doing or eating or just something I enjoy in general to be able to kick my year off well. So yeah, I eat good. I eat good. Food makes me happy. Seafood makes me extra happy. So that is something that, I kind of wanted to talk about just to be able to, see your thoughts. Even just talking about like New Year's, how it used to be celebrated compared to how we may go about things now because, we're different ages than we used to be. The world is different than it used to be. So, things like in the past of going out, how common was that a thing to make sure you go to a New Year's party?
For me personally, not really a thing. I would say I haven't changed much over the years. I've never really been like a huge like party person. So I can't really recall really ever like going out to celebrate New Year's. I think when I lived in Virginia, I went to a club like once for New Year's the couple of years that I was down there, and it wasn't fun. It just I don't know. Just another day in the club. Some girl tried to fight me per usual. And
Okay, per usual, scrapping in the club.
Well, I just say that because of our previous experiences in
Oh,
clubs.
child, lost me a nice heel.
But, yeah. That's
Now,
a
per
memorable day.
usual, over here, every time she goes to the club, she get in a fight.
No,
Well,
but I don't though. I do not. People just
this is
like to step to me.
this is why she don't go out. Every time she go out, somebody want to fight her.
That could that could be the reason. But I also I mean, you know me, I'm very whether you like to believe it or not, I am very shy and whatever, and I'm
Lies.
not, like, the one to, like, get out in the middle of the dance floor and, like, sometimes you have to force me, and it's just I don't know, it's just, like, not fun to me. I'd rather be in a setting with, like, people that, like, I love and, like, a chill, like, environment and just, like, kick it and relax and, you know, just kinda do
You need
chill
to stop
things.
saying you're shy. That is so not true. But you definitely won't just go in the middle of the dance floor and just break it down.
No,
But
you will. I've seen you.
right, but shy, I can't get past that one. So I'm gonna just leave that where that's at.
That's only
But
because you know me.
well, I would know no other response than to give you. Then you're lying about being shy.
I am not. You can ask anybody. I am a shy person, God damn it.
Okay, everyone, let us know, is Cassie shy or not, or maybe I'm just tripping.
I think you
Okay.
are.
Anyways, back to New Year's. So I feel you though on the parties. Um, I don't really recall many New Year's parties except for that one in the snowstorm that we went to.
Oh my goodness.
I think I don't even know, like, that was like early 20s. It had to be right
I
because
wanna say
we definitely weren't in high school, so it had to be early 20s.
no. Was it maybe college? Because I don't think I came up
That's
from
usually early 20s. Yeah.
Virginia for that. Listen, smart ass.
So
That's not true
all
because I was in Virginia in, like, early 20s, I think.
so I'm referencing before you went to Virginia because you were like living in Connecticut at the time, if I'm not mistaken.
Was I? I mean, like, I know I came up a lot though to, like, hang out with you guys and stuff, but I don't
Yeah.
it was probably college. But anywho,
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there.
Right. All I know is I don't even remember anything really about this party except for it was at a hotel. Like I remember the hotel it was at because I'll drive past it sometimes. But we literally went to this party when there was a snowstorm.
Yeah, because 'cause we're retarded.
That's not a kind word to use.
I apologize. We were not
But
the
we were
smartest,
irresponsible. Yes.
but we were young.
And
What you do.
we were. And I remember, so for those of you listening and watching, my old house was in the neck of the woods. So, not really the neck of the woods, but
On a main
I
street.
lived in the woods. It was on a main road in the woods because we only had like two streets in the entire town. Everything was like a road or a lane or a boulevard or a court. So, there are these curves that are literally like we call them S curves because they're shaped like the letter S next to a reservoir. And you literally have to go down a hill, go through the S curves, then go up a hill to get to my house.
Mhm.
And I got this. Was it? I must have had no, I had my Corolla. I think it was my Corolla.
I
A
think
little
so.
Corolla that obviously is just a front wheel drive. And we were so nervous about making it back to my house because we literally were like 25 minutes from home
Yeah.
through a snowstorm in this little Corolla.
And it was so bad too, like, the roads were getting really bad that day.
They were. And like I felt stupid for going out, but I was glad we were able to go out. But we did make it back home safely. But
Thankfully. I, like,
I,
very hard. I remember we were, like, sliding down that hill. I don't know how we
yeah,
ever got up that shit.
but I feel proud as shit because like I always give myself pride in driving in the snow, except for one time I did get stuck in like a snowbank, but that was like at my mom's old house, and like I don't know what happened, but other than that, I was really proud because this is a steep hill. I tell you, a steep hill that we had to drive up and not try to slide down, and
It was so bad.
I give kudos to my mom because she taught me how to drive in the snow, and it's all about like leverage on the gas and, keeping maintaining your speed. And yeah, we made it. We made it. And
By the
I don't
grace
think
of
I've been
God.
to a New Year's party ever since after that.
I was gonna say, I don't think so either, but when it wasn't in Connecticut, so I didn't have
Yeah.
to worry about that kind of snow,
Yeah.
but it was bad. I just remember being scared. Bless your heart for being one to actually drive, because if it was me, it probably would have ended up a lot differently.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it was, but if you were driving, I would have just took over and drove your car, to be honest, because I'm like, there's no way in shit that we're gonna be stuck anywhere but in the house.
Yeah, you probably would have, because I don't think, because that's back when I had my little pumpkin, and I don't think
Hmm.
that's probably, like, worse to be in the snow than your car, I don't know.
I don't know either, but I'm glad we didn't take the chance.
Same. Same, same, same.
But I remember there was this. Oh my gosh, there was this one year for New Year's. I was in high school, and me and my cousin, we both were in high school,
Mm.
and we both got drunk as shit.
Uh-oh.
Like I remember that day we went to the store with my mom and my dad, and we went into the liquor store with my dad, and
Mm,
we convinced him to buy us a bottle of oh gosh, what did he buy us a bottle of? I don't know. It was a brown liquor.
like, hard liquor?
Yeah.
Oh god. Wait, and you said you were when was this?
We
Like,
were in
how
high
old?
school.
High
Like I think
school.
I was like 15.
Jeez, and you convinced him to do that? Most my mom would do is, like, buy us, like, Smirnoffs or, like, Mike what is it? Mike Hard Lemonades or whatever.
I don't know. He was a pushover, and it was two against one, so we made that happen.
Oh god.
And it was more of my cousin than me, I feel like, but I really don't know, so I'm not gonna say it was all on him,
Right.
but we put in a team effort and ended up getting him to get us a bottle because him and my mom were going out that night. So we were gonna be home with my grandma. So my dad already had brought home a homemade wine from like one of his coworkers or something.
Mhm.
So we ended up drinking whatever the brown liquor was and the homemade wine, right?
Mm.
And we were upstairs just straight sipping. And no, actually, we were downstairs sipping. And my cousin got drunk, right? So I'm like, oh man, my grandma's in the living room. And to get him to his room, we have to go past her and upstairs.
It used to always be the struggle. But at least you wouldn't
Mind
fall
you,
asleep on the couch.
mind you, he's over 6 feet tall and I'm like 5'3", and I have to help him upstairs. I don't even think I might have been 5'3" finally at that point, but and anyways, so needless to say, I somehow because he threw up in the bedroom, and then I got a trash can for him to
Oh
throw
my
up in the bedroom,
what is up with
and then
everybody throwing up at your house?
you would know. So
Oh, sorry, quick tangent. Anywho.
escorted him past my grandma, and my grandma's like, "What's wrong with him?" And I'm like, "I don't know. He's just real tired." And got him upstairs. He was probably about like 3 feet away from the bed and just fell forward.
Oh god.
But luckily, because he was tall, he made it.
She said, "But luckily he was tall, he made it."
So I went back down. I cleaned out the trash can that he threw up in. And I go upstairs and go in my room like, phew, that
Oh
was
god.
close, you know?
Mhm.
Hours go by. I even remember like being drunk and walking down the hall, and I'm like, oh, I'm drunk. And I think I was like talking to Nat or something on the phone.
Oh god.
Like, I don't know. It was just like so random. So, anyways, hours go by. I'm laying in my room, and now I'm sick. So I get up and I go downstairs to um actually go pee. Sorry,
Mhm.
people, if that's TMI. But as I'm peeing, I now have to throw up. So I just end up throwing up on the floor.
Oh god, you didn't have a trash in the bathroom? Or
Nope.
you did and you just
There was,
it happened
but
too quick?
right. If anything, I should have threw up in the tub, but I was in the middle of peeing, so there was no multitasking of like smart multitasking. So,
Ay, ay, ay.
I washed my hands and I went and I laid down on the couch.
Wait, isn't your
And
grandma still in the living room or no?
no, she was in her bedroom at this point.
Okay.
So then my mom and dad come home,
Uh-oh.
and all I hear is, "What the hell?"
Oh,
And
you didn't
then
clean it up.
my mom comes in the living room and she was like, "Did you throw up in the bathroom?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did." They ended up cleaning it up. I
Oh.
don't know. They just yelled at me and told me to go back in my room,
Well,
and
they probably didn't know why at that point. Maybe. I
I
don't know.
don't know. I'm sure you could probably smell the alcohol.
Well, that's true. Oh, well, duh, he bought it for you, so never mind.
You right, right. Yeah, it all came out afterwards, but
Mhm.
they laughed and laughed because not my dad, but my mom thought we got drunk off of homemade wine for the longest time.
Oh god.
Like
Mm.
that drunk off of homemade wine, not knowing.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
I think I had more fun with New Year's in my younger days than I did as an
Sounds like
actual
it.
adult.
It sounds like it. My goodness.
Oh my gosh. But anyways, I could go on forever. I'm just joking. I really can't. Those are my only New Year's stories that I really have in my entire life. Not really. I have more stuff, but not as entertaining. But what do you plan on doing for this New Year's?
Can't really do much of shit because doing anything in the city right now is like a fucking nightmare. Like you have to be like vaccinated and God only knows how expensive things are because normally like before COVID, like doing anything for New Year's Eve, you're spending at least like $400 to do anything.
Ooh, child.
I mean, it kind of sucks though because I would like to do like something for New Year's Eve, like in the city while I'm, still here.
Mhm.
But I also kind of like don't care at the same time because I'm not really one to like do anything crazy. But I don't really think that I plan to do much of anything just because of COVID, really. Um,
I'm so
what the
sorry. I
hell was
just scared
that?
myself.
What happened?
I just hit my hand on the table, but it scared me because I heard it in my headphones.
All right.
So sorry.
Um, but no,
Cool.
I don't know. And I'm also like low key, like really paranoid to be around like a bunch of people.
Mm.
Especially with this like new variant that's going around and there's just so much happening right now and I don't think it's a good idea to do anything. I was thinking the other day too, this is somewhat related in a way. Like I was walking, to the train after work and stuff and you see all these people walking around and like all their cute like holiday outfits, like getting ready to like go out, for like holiday parties that like their jobs are
Okay.
throwing or something like that. And I'm like, "Oh, like that's really cute." Like I've never actually like dressed up to like go out to like a holiday party and it just kind of like made me like want to do that
Hmm.
until this morning on a conference call that I had at my job. They had mentioned, we talk about like COVID and stuff all the time or whatever, and they had mentioned that I forget what agency it was or whatever had like a holiday party, and they all, were hanging out and whatever, and then it turns out that now they're all like out of work because someone caught COVID, and then like they all got it because of that party,
Oh,
and I'm like, well, maybe
she
maybe
said,
I might
hmm.
envy these people, like, when you see them all pretty and dressed up and whatever. But I'm like, "You know what? No, because I would be pissed as hell if someone gave me COVID at a damn holiday party. Like,
No,
I
that's
would
true.
be so upset by that." So,
That's true.
based off
In
of all of that, probably doing nothing.
in your work establishment, you guys aren't like you guys are pretty spread out.
Um, well, we try to be. Like, we still have, like, social distancing and stuff, like, put in place, and we have to wear masks at work, like, it's
Mhm.
mandated. And we can't have any in-person meetings or anything like that. They want to prevent spread as much as possible.
Gotcha.
So it's not too much of a factor, especially for me, like, where I sit and stuff, I'm completely by myself.
Hmm.
But there are other departments and stuff that do have to like see each other face to face and hang out and whatever. Well, not hang out, but you know what I mean.
Work together, yeah.
Work together, and they still do their best to stay as far apart as possible. But at least for us, we are required to wear masks all day at work.
Gotcha. Yeah, same here. No, I
So
was just asking because I was just thinking like how close in proximity are you typically to people in comparison to being at a holiday party because I was just thinking for myself, like I'm around a lot of people all the time. I
Yeah.
wear a mask at work too, though, so um, that helps to make a difference, I would think. But just thinking of like a holiday party versus like where I work, I'm actually probably safer at a holiday party than my job.
Well, I don't know. Do you guys do holiday parties?
We used to before COVID, we used to actually have holiday parties.
Oh, nice.
One thing we do is like we have a fun committee, so they come up with different things to do. So like around this time of year, they have like different like plans for Christmas in the sense of like was it like the 13 days of Christmas or something where they give out gifts.
Mhm.
So twice a day there's we pick a name out of a bucket for two associates to win a day, two different gifts.
That's cool.
So we do that. We also got holiday bags. So there's a bag like this year we have what do we get? We got a an ornament. Like there's like Home Depot always gives out ornaments. So there is like like with a year on it, like it says like the Home Depot, whatever year it is. So that's
Mhm.
something. Um there's a collapsible like lunch tray, like a lunch
Oh,
like Tupperware,
yeah.
which is kind of cool. And I don't really remember what else was in there because I like looked and then I just kind of went about my business. But
This is like previous years, or they're still doing like gifts?
that one is from this year.
Oh, gotcha. That's
But
cool.
like in previous years, like this hoodie I'm wearing was a gift that we've gotten. Um, yeah, there's just like different things. Another year was jackets
Mm.
that we've gotten. So yeah, it's just it varies.
I envy you. My job, on the other hand, we don't do shit. They don't give us shit. And if we ever do anything, which pre-COVID they ain't doing shit anymore.
Yeah,
We would have like a holiday party, quote unquote, but
yeah.
it would just be in like our cafeteria,
Oh
and it would
no,
be like it would just be the like saddest
oh no.
the saddest thing ever, and like nobody ever went because it's like, you don't want to
You're
go
still at
hang out
work,
at work for like a party.
right?
I mean, like, they would give you, like, drink tickets so you can have, like, 2 glasses of, like, wine or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't really much of anything. So, I've
Oh,
never well, I can't say I've never really been, 'cause when I worked in Virginia, we had holiday parties, and we went to, like, a really, really nice, like, facility that was, like, just for us, and that was
yep.
really nice. They gave us, like, champagne flutes that had, like, our company logo on it and stuff, so that was
Wow,
really fancy and cool.
that
So
is.
I'm definitely sad and jealous that that's not, like, a normal thing.
Yeah, it used to be like we used to go to like yeah, we would have like offsite holiday parties and
Mhm.
then you would just see how certain coworkers are when they get drunk, which is always quite interesting.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah. I remember one dude like, ooh, terrible one year. Not at the store I work at now, at my old store.
Right.
But yeah, those people become the talk of the town. Don't be that person. If you have a holiday party, don't be that person. You
Right.
better know your limit. But
Especially at a function like that, like, yeah, you might get, like, free drinks maybe, but, don't
oh, we didn't
don't
even
push it.
get free drinks at ours. That was a problem. People was over here just buying
Oh,
their drinks up.
oh god.
Yeah, that was
Yikes.
like, oh, and then over here you spending your whole check on all these drinks, and next week you're gonna be asking for help. Don't make no sense.
Right.
Don't make no sense.
Oh god, that's crazy. Hmm.
You know what I look forward to for this New Year's?
What?
I actually look forward to uh like having some type of like meditation, spiritual type of activity to do on New Year's this year. Like I would love to meditate. I also did sage my house last year. So just cleansing out like neutralizing in a sense the
Mhm.
energies that are in my home. So I
Yeah.
definitely will be doing that again. But I think I will do like more of an in-depth meditation where I meditate a little longer than I usually would,
Mhm.
but with just all intentions for the upcoming year. Because I definitely want to maintain inner peace and stability. I feel like I'm getting better with my inner peace.
Mhm.
it's a work in progress, but
Of
I feel
course.
like I react less than I usually would. So I would like to keep that going. But
Good.
I also would really love to find more of myself being in alignment with the how I want my career to look in the sense of like, like schedules and like the amount of time that I devote to
Yeah.
that job. So that's something that I definitely want to have lined up for next year, like, or to have lined up by the end of next year, because your New Year's resolution doesn't have to be done once the year starts, but it's something that you work on throughout the year and you are able to reflect on by the end of that year.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I've never really been one to have like New Year's resolutions because I try my best to not like be the one that like waits for the new year to like get
Hmm.
their, I don't want to say like get well kind of like get their shit together.
No, I
Um
know.
or, do things that like you know, new year, new me, but it's like
Hmm.
no, like new day, new me, like
No, that's true.
you know.
That's so true.
So I've never really been one to kind of like set those kinds of like goals for myself. I mean, yes, I do
Hmm.
have I'm starting to try and get better at actually like writing down like overall goals that I want to do. Like starting this podcast was one of them, so I checked that off my list.
Woo-hoo.
So like I mean just like little things like that, but like I'll think about it like throughout the year and like I'll add them to my list and then,
Hmm.
obviously cross them out when I've accomplished them, but I won't necessarily like wait for the new year to start thinking about that kind of stuff. So I couldn't really sit here and tell you like what my New Year's resolution would be for
Hmm.
the next year necessarily.
Yeah.
But kind of like on that topic is making me think of something that I heard some other people do is that they go into the new year with like a word, like they pick like a word that they want to like really like focus on, like whether
Okay.
it's like budgeting or
Hmm.
um I don't know. I forget like what the other ones are that they use. That one just like sticks out in my head because I do need to budget a little better. I don't
Hmm.
and budget in the sense of like I don't ever spend my money. Um so just really like being able to like look at that better and being more mindful for things that like I when I do spend my money on and stuff like that. Um and this is like totally on the fly. So I'm not really sure if I can put both of us on the spot, but I think that would be cool if we can like both tell each other like what one word would we want to like bring into 2022 to like work on, if that makes any sense at all. Which I don't know if it does based on that look that you're giving me.
Um,
Whether it's like,
yeah.
I don't know, happiness, like
I thought my
trust,
inner peace was enough, but
or
I guess not. Peace, inner peace.
well, no, there you go. That's good. So you're right. Maybe we'll just stick with peace for you.
Right. I get what you mean though, like because when you're talking about, you don't wait until the new year to set your goals or to start on something.
Hmm.
And I agree with that 100%. I just like to think of the new year as in how, like, what's the tone going to be for my new year?
There you go. Hmm.
Because when I talk about like, where I want to be in alignment with my job type of, or my career type of thing, I've already started working on that. Like I'm not
Hmm.
I feel you 100% on
Right. Not waiting.
we
So
we shouldn't wait until a new year to be that starting mark,
yeah.
but sometimes I do prefer for my birthday to be a starting point of something because
Hmm.
it's like a new year of life. But the new year, because of it being a new physical year, I just prefer to I think that's just what it is for me is I'm setting the tone for my
Yeah.
year. I'm setting the intentions for my year. Because goals always come and go and change and
Hmm.
things like that. So it's silly of us as people to wait until some like traditional or societal starting point of when we're going to start doing something. Like if you want something, you should start it now,
Yeah. I definitely agree
you
with you on
know,
that one. Hmm.
unless, things aren't suited for it to start now. But if it's something that can start now,
Yeah.
why wait?
Right. And kind of while you're like saying that stuff, I've been thinking about like what it is that I would like to do,
Mhm.
And I think just more of, like, being the person that, like, I know that I can be, but that I'm not necessarily, like, being, like, in my, like, current state or whatever you wanna call it.
Mhm.
So, like, in particular, just, like, um, being more, like, open and just being a nicer person. I don't think I'm a
Mhm.
mean person,
You
but,
come off a
like,
little passive.
I can because I'm shy, I can sometimes, like, come off, like, unwelcoming, I guess. And when I say that, I'm more so thinking of, like, at work. I know that I can have very, like, bitchy qualities in the sense to where I don't open up, I don't try to, like, mingle with people and, like, be personable. Like, I remember
Mm.
my staff once told me, like, they got upset because, like, I wouldn't even, like, tell them, like, how my weekend was.
Mm.
And I've come to learn that, like, you have to kind of have these, like, interpersonal relationships with people, not to, like, tell them, like, your business or whatever, but, like, it's just, like, a nice thing to do is just be able to have that, like, chatter back and forth instead of, like, just being, like, the boss and just, like, barking orders or, just, like, talking about work all the time. So, I would say that that's something that I would like to work on a little more. I've started to kind of be a little more cognizant of it and, like,
Mhm.
trying to work on it, but for some reason, I just get so stuck in my little, like, bubble of, like, not wanting to, like, I don't know, be bothered or whatever, and I just, like,
I got it.
I could be
Your
better.
your word of the year is personable.
Okay, so there you go. So I'll be more personable and you'll work on peace. We got 2 P's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause,
Uh,
as you said, you know you're not shy, but you keep calling yourself shy because
I
you're putting
am
up a front,
I swear to you,
okay?
I am not.
So, we answered that question, y'all. Y'all don't have to give us a feedback if you don't want to now because we just got to the root of that.
Whatever, whatever.
Oh my gosh, but I think that's good because, like you said, you need to be less of a bitch at work. So,
Yeah,
I personally don't think that makes you a bitch for not sharing so much of yourself. I think it just makes you more reserved and conservative and not interested in allowing people to know too much about yourself. But as leaders, we do have to share some of ourselves, but we don't have
mhm.
to share our whole business. But I
No,
had a good time and whatever. Like, you can share minor details, but I work more in an environment where it's real high schoolish and gossipy. So
yeah,
I do pick and choose what I share as well because it becomes someone else's business somehow and it just turns left. But
right.
I think that you just have to find that balance and I think you'll do fine.
Yeah, I definitely need to work on it because, like, I envision myself being more, like you said, personable.
Hmm.
I'm digging that one right now. I'm liking
Yeah, girl, I got you. You know how it is. So, starting today,
that.
going to be a little more personable, and that is going to reflect throughout the year of 2022 for you.
Yeah, because I don't need to start in, January 1, so I will
Yes.
start working on that today.
And for
See what
myself,
happens.
I will be able to maintain inner peace. And by doing that, I am very aware that I need to stop avoiding so much confrontation. And because I internalize a lot, which doesn't allow me to have inner peace. And
Mhm.
and I internalize a lot because I just don't vocalize how I truly feel about things to keep that external peace, but ruining my inner peace.
Yeah,
So I have been more aware and mindful of the fact that I need to avoid stop avoiding so many confrontations, which necessarily don't have to be like a fight or a battle,
right.
but I need to be able to speak up and say more
Yeah,
to
voice your
be able
opinion.
to let it off my chest
Mhm.
and maintain my peace.
Yeah, I love that. I think that that is, a good thing to focus on for you for sure. I think that's something that, that could be worked on a little better.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm excited to listen to this next year and see how much we've grown.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm gonna be over here this humming and singing on the podcast. I'm so at peace.
Lord, I don't know about all that, but
I'm already practicing.
jeez. We
Oh
practiced
my
that before we hit the
gosh.
record button. Sorry, people.
Yes.
You don't you don't get that kind of goods.
Oh my gosh. Well, I do want to know what our listeners and viewers are doing for their New Year's. Like, y'all
Mhm.
should really share that with us. Just because I really like incorporating different and new ideas or just doings with the new year. So
Yeah.
for myself, I've kind of been switching it up each year. I don't do the same thing every year. Like I said, I staged last year and ate some great seafood. The year before, I really don't remember. The year before that, I actually was with my cousins and we fell asleep and woke up like 2 minutes before the ball dropped. you know, so I don't really have a routine, and I don't know if I really want to establish a New Year's tradition other than saging and cleansing my home.
Yeah.
I just feel like neutralizing my home. And I also sage like on other times throughout the year. So it's not like I wait all year until New Year's to sage my house. I don't do that.
Right.
But I'm really interested in knowing what other people are doing for their New Year's. Do you have friends come over? Do you have, I've heard of people eating certain foods on New Year's. Um, like what is it that y'all are doing on
Yeah,
New
or is
Year's?
COVID ruining everything for you?
Right? Sounds like it is for you.
Definitely. Or am I just using that as my excuse?
I'm not going to share my opinion, but I want to know the people's opinions.
All right, so let's hear it. We look forward to hearing it from you guys. Please don't be afraid to write into us. And if you don't already, make sure that you go ahead and follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube, where you can now
YouTube.
find us. If you don't like just listening to our podcasts, if it's not really your thing, make sure you guys go check us on YouTube because you get to see all of our fun videos and how how fun we look when we're recording.
Yes, you can always see our facial expressions, and especially in this
Mhm.
episode, you can laugh with us on me just hitting my hand on the table. I just want to share I randomly hit myself on things like I accidentally catch my shoulders on walls when I turn corners and things like that. So you
Oh,
just kind of see us in our natural element. That's all. At
and
least
you guys can
me.
see my beautiful Christmas tree.
Yes. It's a very nice background feature. So definitely check this out on YouTube so you can see her tree.
Yes. And until next time, thank you guys for listening, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.